The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Greetings, my followers, by Meckanimal, and today we're going to learn the next best thing to learn after you have mastered or played around with the different variation of the basic pull-up. And the main reason why I'm not categorizing this movement and within the basic variation of the pull-up is because it's possibly the next best thing you can learn on your journey to the one on pull-up. So it is a very basic and the simplest way to start working your way toward the one-arm pull-up. That's the main reason why I didn't categorize it in the basic or beginner's movement. And that being said, the movement we're talking about today is going to be the mixed grip pull-up. And the mixed grip pull-up is performed by using both supinated and pronated grip simultaneously. And you perform it obviously by leaning. Not so obvious because a lot of people tend not to perform the way they're supposed to. So you want to take advantage of the movement itself. You want to be able to lean toward one side and use the other side more of as more of an assistance. And that's where the critical part happens. How you want to, that's where you want to align your scapula properly with your elbow and your wrist to be able to start teaching yourself the mechanic of the one-arm pull-up within the mixed grip pull-up. That being said, I'm going to teach you guys in the following clip how to position yourself properly in order to perform the mixed grip pull-up. Now, to start with, you want to grab the rings in the order that favor you the best. If you want to work on the right arm, you want to have the right arm in a supinated position and the left arm in the pronated position. If you want to work on the left arm, you want to have that left arm in the supinated position and the right arm in the pronated position. And the reason why we favoring the supinated position to work with is because eventually, if you want to learn the one-arm pull-up, it will be best to learn the chin-up first because you have the advantage of using the bicep, which will make the movements much more easier to have access to than having to work on the pronated version. That's the main reason why. As I was saying, we're going to start by using the right arm. That's the one we're focusing on today, and that's my dominant arm. And actually, if you wanted to start a workout, I would suggest you to start with a less dominant arm. But for the sake of the video today, to be able to perform it to the best of my ability, I'm going to use my dominant arm. Alright, so you want to start by grabbing the supinated arm, the right arm in the supinated way and pronate it. And once you hang, you want to be able to shift the load on one side. And like you can see, I have my wrist, my elbow, and my shoulder aligned. So instead of being in the middle and pulling this way, I want you to shift your weight more on that one side, and as you could still assist this working arm as much as possible with the pronated grip. But the goal is to actually shift most of the load on one side and have that alignment, which will mimic the one-arm pull-up eventually. So here, you want to hang, shift the weight here, engage your back, and then pull like this and control this way. Engage, pull, and control this way. So that's the key. The key is to phase away from being in the middle and shift your load more on one side. At the beginning, it may be too hard to shift the weight completely on that side, but I want you to aspire to shift the weight to that side, because that's eventually how you will start unlocking the true potential of the exercise to be able to transfer the strength that you will gain to the one-arm pull-up. So we're gonna perform the left side, like here, mix, supinated, pronated. Here, core tight, engage, and then pull right here and there, engage, pull right here, and there. So that's that. And you see that the movement can be really challenging, almost as challenging as a one-arm pull-up, because when you know the mechanic, you will tend to perform as strictly as possible. And once you have done the one-arm pull-up already in the past, or if you can do the one-arm pull-up, you will tend to have the least assistance as possible. But that's not the point today. Today, the point is to be able to shift the load and assist yourself with both arms as much as possible. I make the movement hard, even subconsciously, because I can get a one-arm pull-up. So I tend to perform it to stress on my ability and just assist it as less as possible. That's why you can see all the effort that's being provided. I'm going to show it to you from a different angle. Here, you can see, engage. How does it look? Good? Yeah, very interesting exercise, and because you can make it as difficult as you want it to be by favoring the side that you want to really load. And like I said, it's a very simple, and I think is the most basic exercise you can start using if you aspire to one day master or unlock the one-arm pull-up. So to brush over the essential that we went through previously, let's go over it again. So always supinate the arm that you want to favor, and obviously it can be subjective, but for the sake of the objective of unlocking the one-arm pull-up, specifically the one-arm chin-up, being that it can be more accessible, I would suggest you to load up the supinated grip, okay? And the movement is hard enough already, and it's in your best interest to actually use the supinated grip because it's using more of your bicep. But again, it could be subjective. You can lean toward the pronated grip if you have a specific purpose using the movement itself. So here, you grab it, and I want you to make sure that as you engage your back, work hard on maintaining your wrist as supinated as possible, because the ring is going to tend to shift it outside. So your goal is to stabilize the ring in a supinated way, engage and pull. So try to avoid twisting from that slanted position to the supinated grip as you're coming down. Make sure that you engage it first, stabilize it on top, and then pull, because that's the difference between you doing it on the bar or on the ring. The ring is unstable, so to make it as challenging as possible, squeeze the ring, shift it in a way that it faces you, just like this. To illustrate it, here you see how my hand tends to be there, so I would like you to engage it like here, and then pull yourself there as high as possible, and then come down. Okay, so that's that. And it is performed just like any other pulling, vertical pulling movement. Tighten up your core, squeeze your glutes, tighten up your quads, and the whole body should be as straight as a bullet. So that's that. So here you have it, the tutorial for the mixed grip pull-up, which is an intermediate level of pulling performance. And yes, you can use it on your journey to unlock the one-arm pull-up eventually in the future. It's gonna take a lot of work, obviously, but there you have it. Hope it was useful. There you have another variation of pulling movement that you can use on the ring. And now you can get acquainted to my black rings. Those are a little thicker and they're my first love. I've had it since 2012, and obviously they are wooden, and I paint them in black eventually. Everything is and will always be the Meckanimal way. Salute, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I can't stop emphasizing it enough. It helps a lot. Appreciate it. Peace.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.